From downtown Toronto, for the first time in 32 years, the World Series comes to Canada. It's one team that everybody saw coming, the defending champion Los Angeles Dodgers, and one that nobody outside of Canada saw coming, the Toronto Blue Jays.
It's the powerful Dodgers and Mookie Betts and Max Muncy and this loaded lineup. They have 4 aces against a team that's going to roll out a 22-year-old rookie game 1 starter and an injured shortstop playing second base. People are describing this as David versus Goliath.
Curious if you see your team as the Goliath in this.
Or David. I mean, hey, they're from the East, and that's the AL East.
I think the one thing we cannot do is look over there and say that is Goliath. That is a beatable baseball team that has its flaws and that has its really, really good strengths.
The great thing about baseball is anything can happen. This is it's going to be a great series. These guys are on a high right now. We're expecting a battle.
I'll put this group of 26 up against anybody, and they're looking forward to taking on what is on paper the best team in baseball that is playing really well right now, and I don't think they'd have it any other way.
How about this for Game 1 of the World Series? It is Trey Savage, who started this season in A-ball. He didn't even get to the big leagues until about a month ago. At 22 years old, he's the second youngest pitcher to start Game 1 of the World Series. Go get him, kid.
Yeah, go get him with that fastball and that splitter.
Ohtani went into the clinching game of the championship series hitting just 158 for the postseason, and what changed? Dave Roberts said he got sick of hearing everybody say he couldn't hit anymore.
He got him. Savage punches out Ohtani. Welcome to the World Series. He got him on a splitter, 1 down.
There's not many people in Major League Baseball that can make Ohtani look like that. An awkward swing way out in front. He threw a few good fastballs and then at bat, and then mixes in the split finger there. It looked exactly like a fastball right down the middle, and then broke below the strike zone. What a pitch.
Dave and Cheryl over there, his parents, perfectly called. The payoff to Mookie Betts. Bouncing ball. Jimenez. 2 out. Freddie Freeman to the plate with 2 out. World Series MVP last year. Of course, Game 1 is when he ended it with a walk-off grand slam. Bounce gently right side to Bo Bichette, and the kid has him rocking with a 1-2-3 first. It's Blake Snell for the Dodgers, who faced the minimum over 8 scoreless innings in Game 1 of the championship series. The last time somebody did that in the postseason, Don Larsen's perfect game in 1956.
Well, there's no better feeling of a pitcher when you're in rhythm and that groove. You don't care who you're facing, you're connected with all your pitches. And I think for the same thing tonight, if his fastball command is on, it's going to be tough, even for one of the best offenses in baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays.
2 up and 2 down in this first inning. Here comes Vlad Guerrero Jr. 442, twice as many home runs as he has strikeouts in this postseason. I don't know the last time I saw a guy this time of year look this locked in.
Yeah, you're going to have a hard time getting him out up. You're going to get him out down. If you get him out, it's going to be down.
High a dream of for a guy that signs the big contract, $500 million deal that started this season that starts with a big contract, ends in the Fall Classic. Another payoff. Taken for ball 4, and the Jays have the first base runner of the game. Bo Bichette, who last played on September 6th when he injured his knee at Yankee Stadium. Not only is he back, he's plugged right into the cleanup spot. A green light and a roller that'll sneak through for a base hit into right field. Guerrero heads for third. Hernandez's throw not close to in time, and the Jays have him cornered in the first. Welcome back, Bo Bichette. Guy can fall out of bed and hit. One of a kind catcher of the Blue Jays right here, Alejandro Kirk. Takes ball 4, bases loaded.
And Blake Snell begging to get out of this first inning. He's already offered 25 pitches.
And right away, the theme again for this series, runners in scoring position, 2 outs.
He's flied into center field. Andy Pages comes on, and Blake Snell gets out of this bases loaded jam. Now Trey Savage, it's only 6 starts, but if he had enough data in there to qualify, he would have the highest chase rate of anybody in baseball. So he's relied on teams to be aggressive. His 3-1 is taken for ball 4, and the Dodgers have their first base runner on a leadoff walk from Smith. This whole Dodger lineup really good at being disciplined. Savage in his last start was against a Seattle team opposite end of the spectrum, extra aggressive, but the Dodgers have always prided themselves on not chasing, not going out of the strike zone.
Hernandez now leading off first. Guerrero holds him on, in the pitch to Max Muncy.
Shoots one to left field, a base hit, and the first one of the game for the Dodgers. Max Muncy, who is just 1 for 12 in the championship series, has a single to put him at first and second.
This is the part of the lineup that if they produce at all for the Dodgers, they're going to be really hard to beat.
That's up the middle and through. Base hit center field from Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez comes home. The Dodgers are on the board first.
Kike Hernandez, postseason player, gives the Dodgers the first lead of the World Series.
Another slider over the middle of the plate. You cannot live there with the Dodgers. You cannot. And he's going to have to make an adjustment. When the Dodgers realize he doesn't have his fastball or not willing to go to his fastball a lot, they can sit on the off-speed pitches.
Tommy Edman is a switch hitter that occasionally, very occasionally, will bat righty-righty, and he does that here to try and take away that splitter. Taps it along third, and no play for Ernie Clement. An infield single for Tommy Edman to load the bases.
Trey Savage is in a tough spot here. The bases are loaded with 1 out. And Shohei Ohtani's on deck, so you'd love a ground ball out of Andy Pages right now, so you don't have to face Ohtani in this huge jam.
3-2 on Pages. Nowhere to put him with Ohtani on deck. Here it comes. He struck him out. Slider gets Pages 2 away.
Well, he saved his best slider that really took off down.
Well, here we go. With the bases loaded, it's Shohei Ohtani. Struck out with a splitter his first time. Grounder, fair. Guerrero beats him to the bag, and Savage limits the damage to 1. Dodgers in front, 1-0 here in game 1. To the bottom of the second, Ernie Clement is hooked into shallow left field and a base hit, and that's what he's done all postseason. Swings at everything. It doesn't matter if it's in the middle. It doesn't matter if it's a foot off of the ground. Ernie Clement's not met a pitch he doesn't like. Strikes him out. First of the game for Snell, and the 1 gone in the second inning. Check swing, hit the bat at strike 3. That's a foul tip for strike 3.
Rather unfortunate there. He held his swing, but just barely nicked the ball.
2 down, runner on first, 1-0 Dodgers, and the pitch to Springer.
Springer with a cue shot to first. Freeman has no play at second, turns and throws to first. It's not in time. Throw to third. They got him.
Heads up play.
Ernie Clement in a chaotic play is thrown out trying to go from first to third. A cue shot off the end of the bat again. Freddie Freeman ranging to his right, wanted to go to second to get Clement, but nobody was on the bag. And so he turned around, fired back to first, but Snell, he missed the bag at first, but he heads up, threw down to Muncy at third, and they tag out Clement.
On an ugly play, Springer got to first in time, but Clement gambles for 90 feet, and the Dodgers make him pay.
And it's back-to-back walks to open the third, and John Schneider's got to start to think about how soon he wants to get that bullpen going. And so now Will Smith, who drew the first of the 3 walks that he's issued. His payoff is poked through the right side, a base hit for Smith. Here comes Betts. Straw's throw goes into second, and they've got Freeman hung up. Here comes the tag from Clement. He'll run him back to the bag. It is 2-0 Dodgers. Will Smith drives in Mookie Betts.
Freddie with a rare base running error, and this is just, again, good hitting by a Dodgers team that has really put Savage in a tough spot, and Freddie went past the bag thinking there might be a throw home, but it wasn't, and this is a good play by throwing it right to second base, and now he's stuck.
It's been an edge for the Blue Jays in every series they've played in. The defense really good, has been all year, and helped Savage out right here. So a man at second, 1 away for Teoscar Hernandez. Grounds one towards the middle. Bichette with a backhand. Quick trigger throw to first. You'd never know. He's never played there in the big leagues.
That was such an outstanding play. You know he's got to be a little careful, and we talked about his knee. Running won't be the big issue. It's these kind of plays. You see the effort, and you see the throw, and a big out.
With 2 outs and a runner on third, Max Muncy is up. Swing and a miss. He got him to fish for a splitter way outside. Gives up a run in the inning, but considering he walked the first 2, pretty good recovery from Trey Savage. It's 2-0 Dodgers.
Snell has 17 consecutive scoreless innings. He's put up zeros in 23 of his 24 innings this postseason. 8th pitch to Kirk. Swatted towards the right field corner. Hernandez turns and watches this one hit off the wall. Holds him to a single. Teoscar guns it in. And Kirk, who has many wonderful traits, speed is not one of them, settles for a leadoff single. Jays fans are saying, wait a minute, we watch you streak in from second to score that run in the championship series. What we got? Varsho in the air to center field. Pages going back, turns, watches, and it's gone and tied.
On the board in the World Series, Dalton Varsho with a 2-run homer. 2-2, Blue Jays and Dodgers in the fourth. And they are human, Chris. The Dodgers put their pants on just like everyone else. Dalton Varsho goes left on left and takes out Snell to center.
Blake Snell has been very tough on left-handed hitters. Dalton Varsho doesn't care about that stat. He gets the fastball, and he rips that thing out to center field. What a swing from him. We have ourselves a ball game, and that's why Trey Savage getting through those tough innings is so important. He was able to give this offense a chance, and here we are 2-2 in the bottom of the fourth inning.
It's Bichette, Kirk, and Varsho for the Blue Jays here in the sixth inning. Going to do the same thing they did in Game 7 of the championship series. Come back and win it. A leadoff walk for Bichette.
And here comes Isaiah Kiner-Falefa with Bichette on first, and that run meaning so much. They are going to run for Bo Bichette here.
Go ahead, run aboard for the Jays. Kirk bounces one through, base hit right field. Kiner-Falefa stops at second. Kirk has been on all 3 times in this game. Go ahead, run into scoring position.
Emmett Sheehan warming in the Dodgers right field bullpen. We're tied at 2 for how long? First and second for the Jays, nobody out, and Dalton Varsho.
Fathers and sons, we know about Vlad and Bo Bichette. Dalton's dad, Gary, was in the big leagues. Named him after his old teammate and Darren Dalton. Great job by Varsho to stay alive. Jays doing what the Jays do, just so hard to put away. Blake Snell was getting misses on about half his swings in the postseason coming in. That's down to 20% tonight. Varsho got hit. Paid the price. Well, would have put him on anyways as ball 4. And the Jays have loaded the bases against Blake Snell with nobody out. That's the last pitch that Snell will throw. And a guy who is historically dominant the first 3 starts of this postseason meets a different kind of match tonight. Emmett Sheehan for Ernie Clement. Tie game, bases loaded, nobody out.
Swinging a liner, through into left center. In to score IKF. Station to station go the Blue Jays. Kirk into third, up to second. Varsho. Ernie Clement gives the Blue Jays their first lead of the series. 3-2, bottom of the 6th of game 1.
This guy just continues to come through in big situations, not trying to do too much. A lot of guys would try for the big hit, that hit in the gap, or even a grand slam in that situation. Not Ernie Clement. He was trying to go up the middle. All he was doing was going station to station, moving the line, and giving Nathan Lucas, who's now pinch hitting, a chance to drive in another run.
Now another 3-2. He's walked in, and it's 4-2 Toronto. Kirk can walk home.
It's 4-2 Blue Jays. Still bases loaded. Still nobody out in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, just like Ernie Clement before him, he is not a selfish player, doing everything for his team. He is okay taking the walk, taking the RBI, and getting to first base and allowing Andres Jimenez to come up to the plate with the bases loaded, and still nobody out in this inning.
Base hit to right field from Jimenez. Again, 90 feet apiece. 5-2 Blue Jays. Bottom of the order, telling the story once again.
Andres Jimenez had a very nice approach there, shortened the swing up. He got a changeup over the heart of the plate, didn't try to do too much, got the barrel to it, and absolutely ripped that thing through that hole on the right side. What an important hit for him. You have to keep adding on, especially against this Dodgers lineup.
Addison Barger taking rips outside the dirt circle.
Addison Barger's not going to get a chance to face Sheehan.
Dave Roberts was waiting for the Blue Jays to announce the move. Now he will make a move of his own.
Here's what Barger wants to do, knowing who's on deck. Fly ball, and even a strikeout's not the worst thing in the world. You just don't want to hit a ground ball double play. And he knows that. He's going to try to lift the ball and keep it off the ground so he can at least guarantee Guerrero up.
Barger sends a towering drive, right center field. Kiss it goodbye.
A grand slam! Addison Barger blows this game wide open. 9-2 Blue Jays in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, he hit a fly ball, and he guaranteed his teammate was going to come up, but I didn't see a situation where his teammate might come up with nobody on. I mean, this is a high breaking ball. You want to see a hard swing? That was a hard swing.
La balle est frappée d'aplomb en direction du champ droit. À la piste et l'avertissement. Grand chelem. Addison Barger. Barger qui débarque du banc. Gaucher contre gaucher. Saute sur la balle glissante. Un peu suspendu. C'est loin, mais très loin au champ centre droit.
And if you're unfamiliar with the Blue Jays, just learning about them today, just watch this 6th inning. Watch the bottom of the order set the table. Watch guys come off of the bench and deliver. Watch pesky 2-strike hitting. And then watch power hit. It's all rolled in together. It is the Blue Jays who have put 9 runs on a Dodgers staff that gave up 4 in the entire championship series. They've batted around. Guerrero into shallow center field. Here comes Pages. That's down.
When we saw a little bit of this against the Yankees, their ability to explode and get the crooked number. One swing got a crooked number. This is what you wanted if you're Toronto and you're a Toronto fan, to at least show we're pretty good and we can score.
Here's a high drive off of the bat of Kirk, sailing back there to center. Does it have enough, you bet? Double digits for the Jays in game 1.
You just can't stop them right now. A 9-run inning, a 2-run homer. It's 11-2 Blue Jays in the 6th.
These Blue Jays can absolutely rake. 9 runs across in this 6th inning. Their 2nd home run of the inning and 3rd of game 1. It's now 11-2.
Game 1 has turned into home run derby. That's the 3rd tonight for the Jays. And it really got into the World Series by making contact. Boy, did they ever make contact.
A 9 spot.
I don't remember too many 9 spots in a World Series, I can tell you that.
And Ohtani offensively tonight has looked like the Shohei we saw between the first game of the wild card series and the final game of the NLCS. He is 0 for 3 and he has struck out twice.
Oh. Left it there, hit in the air to right field. Back it goes. It is gone. Yeah. Sky scraping home run from Shohei Ohtani. Left it over the plate, and Ohtani didn't miss.
Just can't do that to a great hitter.
That's the fastest run around the bases I've ever seen. Right on the heels of Tommy Edman. 4th home run the last 2 games for Ohtani, and it's 11-4.
Could just see it coming, and it rolled right there perfectly for him, and that swing has been done a lot this year. Is that over 60 now?
That is 61.
Okay.
9 for the Jays in the 6th. You get 9 runs in a game, you're going to win 100 times out of 101. 11-4 in game 1. And on one pitch, gets a pop-up here. Kirk with room. Edman retired like that. I said Bassett, it's actually Eric Lauer that is coming to the game for the Blue Jays. Left-hander, another guy that was a starter for a good chunk of the regular season. Pages into right, hangs up for Barger. 2 gone in the 9th.
2 outs, top of the 9th inning. 11-4 Blue Jay lead. The Dodgers down to their final strike for the first time in the World Series. He got him, swing and a miss, strike 3. The Blue Jays take a 1-0 lead in the World Series on the back of an 11-4 blowout win over the mighty Dodgers. Just as everyone predicted, the Blue Jays win by a touchdown plus the extra point over the Dodgers in game 1. Their first win in the World Series since Joe Carter's walk-off home run ended it in '93.
It doesn't matter the game. It's just I feel like we have built a belief and we've built something here where we have the utmost belief in just that game period. It doesn't matter if it was in May, August. Obviously, it's great to see that happen in the World Series, but at the end of the day, it's still just a single game, and it's just play our game.
I think we showed we're not an easy opponent. We're going to grind them down.
No, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know? I mean, we're just going to keep, being aggressive and swinging at strikes and getting our best swings off.
Turn the page. I mean, it's one game, and nothing we can do about it now. It's over with, so we just have to focus on tomorrow.
Today wasn't our night. both sides of the ball. But I feel like I say, it's just one game, and we gotta clear this up and kind of bounce back for tomorrow.
7-game series. You know, it's baseball. Anything can really happen, but it's kind of hard to go undefeated. But you know, you got to just flush it, get ready for tomorrow, and just be ready. And when the name's called, just go out and execute.